That was the worst Super Bowl halftime show I've ever seen.
Alright, let's hear what you have to say.
Nobody was saying this about Beyonce's halftime show. Because Beyonce's halftime show, unlike Kendrick's, had amazing choreography. Kendrick's choreography was boring. It had amazing costume design. Kendrick's costume design was boring. It had amazing set design. Kendrick's sets were boring.
First of all, Beyonce is a pop, R&B, and country artist. Kendrick Lamar is a rapper, and different artists of different genres perform in different ways. Applying the same metrics, saying that one is boring and one is interesting or impressive, doesn't make sense because there are different ways to perform. You don't expect Ed Sheeran to get on stage and act like Kiss, do you? You don't expect Julieta Venegas to put up as much makeup as Madonna or Lady Gaga and when she performs, right? They perform differently because it resonates with different people for different reasons, and there's no issue with that. I would really like to know what you mean by the word boring because it indicates a lack of forethought on your end and analysis as well. Because Kendrick Lamar is demonstrating the importance of maintaining authenticity while under scrutiny, the difficulty of having to perform constantly in a world that does not serve you, things that are very pertinent to the black world and America, things that still resonate with people today, which is why the halftime show was so well received. Because it's understood that when you're black in America, when you're a minority in America, you must perform to the people in power. When you try to be your authentic self, well, you're considered unprofessional. You're considered ghetto, which was the purpose behind that message, which was why it was designed that way.
And Beyonce performed a wide list of songs that actually resonate with a large portion of the US population. You can't say the same thing for Kendrick's performance. People want a halftime show that is both visually and musically impressive, and Kendrick's performance was neither of those things.
That last statement is the most troubling by you because you're stating that you would like to have a performer that appeals to you and makes you comfortable. And I disagree with that. One of the reasons why I like Kendrick Lamar so much is that he creates music that I never thought I would have wanted to listen to. That's what makes him such a great artist. Consider what Henry Ford said about automobiles. He said if you were to ask people what they wanted, they would have told you faster horses. They would have never have told you that they wanted cars because they just didn't know what that was. Kendrick Lamar is not an entertainer that makes me something that I want. He makes something that I never knew that I wanted, and that's what makes him so great. You can say that this was the worst halftime performance that you've ever seen. I don't know if you've seen the Black Eyed Peas performance, but there was a great deal of virtuosity and authenticity in this performance. Someone who is speaking volumes about his community that he's very much engaged in, what it means to be a face of that community, what it means to perform to that community and to a wider audience, how difficult it is to maintain authenticity and your own image in that community, where if you make one mistake, then it all can be over for you. Other things too, like how people try to infiltrate and benefit from that community without paying back to the culture. People such as Drake, where it feels like he is more so benefiting from the culture than actively participating in that. And if you're just going to quickly denigrate it as being boring or unimpressive, well, that speaks volumes about the lack of depth on your end towards understanding a culture that is very nuanced with a very storied history.